welcome everybody to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I'm your host, B. Jones, and I got my boys with me alongside a special guest today as we continue our Parents of Troy series. So, without further ado, I will introduce my crew and then I will introduce our guests. So, first, under me, we have Blackie Chan Gaming. Follow him on X. Underneath him, you can follow Gunner. Gunner is at Views from the Stands right here on YouTube. And we have our Bleacher Report captain of the USC community, Tyler, and the king of these LA streets out here, no other than Mr. Raul.
Right on.
And our special guest today, we have Momma Kaycee, the mother of Cam Fountain, true freshman defensive end or edge, if you want to call him. So we're going to let you introduce yourself, Mama, to the Trojan family. Go ahead and tell a little about yourself.
Hey, fam. So, since I'm here, I guess I could let y'all in on some little secrets.
Uh-oh.
But I'm from Mobile. We are from Mobile. I'm born and raised in Mobile. I moved to Georgia about 12 years ago, playing football. Started playing football about 9. And when he got in 5th grade, going to 6th grade, I was like, you know what? He tall. I might need to go back to Georgia and see if in a good school and see what we can do. You know, you always want the best for your kids, and you always want to try to look out for a future. So I think that's when the plan began on, hey, I think it's time to leave and try to go further. So we moved to Georgia, and Cameron started playing basketball.
Oh.
He started playing basketball, so I turned into a basketball mom. I always been a football mom, but then transferred and we went to being a basketball mom. So we did basketball for a while. I've been a single mom, been by myself, so I've been working, trying to make it to the game, working, trying to get them out of town, working. So it's been rough. It's been rough and it's been long, but I think the process of moving here, it turned it better. But he started playing. He went to Sylvan Middle School. He started playing there, and that's when I was like, okay, we doing something. He getting better. So then I knew I wasn't going back to Mobile. Mobile it's a small city in Alabama. We all the way at the bottom of the map. I love my home. But I knew then, like, I think it's best that, I stay here. So my career has been in hospitality.
Nice.
Because I'm talkable, as y'all see. I love meeting new people. I say I'm shy, but then I'm not shy because I find myself talking. So, but Atlanta it's definitely been good. It's been a good change for us.
Okay. I was going to ask you, was there like a culture shock moving from the Bama to a bigger city like Atlanta?
A little bit because it's faster. Interstates are bigger. Traffic sits still for some time up here. You can just get to where you got to go. But it's so much traffic. It's so much bigger. It's faster, but it's a lot of different cultures. It's a lot of things you can learn here. It's a lot of different opportunities here. So,
absolutely. She's working on it, trust me. She's working on it, Superman.
She's been one of our biggest recruiters.
Here, I be trying to get my nephews with us. I know can.
Yeah. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into these questions. We're gonna go straight down the line, man. We'll start with you, Blackie Chan.
All right. Well, my first question is, what was it like having Cam committing to USC early on with other schools like Georgia still trying to get him to flip?
It was rough. Exclamation mark. It was rough. But the committing to USC was the best move that I could have made. Now, remind y'all, we've already went to schools. Like, we've already talked to schools. We went to different visits. But what I got at USC, it was just so different, and it was learning, and it wasn't just about fun and we're going to the football game. The committing there was easy because they made us feel so much at home. When I say Annie had it set up to the T, and when I tell you it is something, but it's all educational. It's nothing where you just think you're going to just go have fun. You're going to go eat it and you're going to walk around and talk. No, you're going to learn about the courses. You're going to meet professors. You're going to know everything about the school. So committing there was easy because they laid it out so good for us and everything that I wanted to know instead of being told, well, when you come back, we don't have that ready for you. Well, USC had it ready for me when I got there. So I felt like they was when they want your kid, they're gonna make sure you have everything in front of you. It was no wait till you come back. They had it all together. So the flipping part was the worst because you have to make sure you talk to your child. If you're not talking to your kid and making sure you putting loyalty and making sure you standing where you know it's best, you're not letting people throw money in your face. You're not letting people tell you, well, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. The degree gonna have all that come in. That's what I'm worried about. And if you want to throw all that extra stuff at us, that's gonna push me away. That's pushing me away already. I don't care about that. He gonna get that anyway.
Right.
Facts.
So it was rough.
I'm sure there's.
They were probably blowing up his phone.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
it was easy because before we left, we was like, oh yeah. We had like 4 official visits lined up right at every weekend back to back. It didn't make sense to keep going.
There you go.
I'm sure a lot of USC fans like that's music to our ears. So
Yeah, USC, honey. Y'all see how I be screaming about us?
oh yeah.
That's
Every time someone's like any recruits, you can always see her right after that just saying, "Come on over."
You should have seen me at the spring game running around like, nephew, what's up? Like, TT been looking for you.
All right. Really quick. So my second question is, since we got your backstory about you being from Mobile and all that stuff, was there any concern with Cam leaving home and going to the West Coast?
It was a concern because he's my baby.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, that's where we have to separate. We got to separate the emotions and real life. Like, it was, I cried. Oh, I cried. Oh, I cried. But I knew he was okay. That's why I said the visit, it's like they let you know your baby okay. Like, he's still my baby. I don't care if he gets 7 feet. That's still my baby. I still treat like I make up his bed. I clean his. I do all that. That's my baby. But it was a rough decision. But it was like his future will be so much better. Like, the best school with what he want to go to is #1 program, which is engineering. Where else is it for him to go? So it was like, Kirsten, dried up, suck it up. You gonna be okay because he ready to go. So what you crying for? So yeah, it was rough, but it was okay.
Cam was ready to make that move, huh?
Hey, but Cameron was packed up. Cameron was ready to go. But he loved school. So he was ready to go to class.
And that's awesome.
He had class. He called me with his teacher on FaceTime, like, Mom, his teacher. I was like, okay, yes, he good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
All right, Guns.
Yeah, so I know you kind of mentioned a couple things like, the staff making you guys feel at home, but what else kind of stood out on those SC visits in particular for you?
I would say first, like, I look at areas and I look at surroundings. I look at safety and it was just like, okay, yeah, I can leave them here because it's somebody right here. Is they over here? Is cameras here? It's lit up well. It's right in a good area. So that for sure. We went on campus tours. We went to dorms. We went to like the apartments, and it all just felt just right. I didn't have an eerie feeling like, I've went to a visit where they were like, we going out, we going to the club, we going this, and I'm like, what? Cameron ain't finna go nowhere. Nobody club. But there they were like, okay, we got to get up early in the morning. They let it be known like, hey, we all night flights over here. We got business, and it was literally business. It was like I said, the staff, they make you feel at home, but the way they have everything laid out with everything that's important, like I am an academic mama. I know my football, so we don't really talk about that all day. I want to know about what future, what degree, what if he need help, what, just I need to know all the what ifs, and they had an answer for everything. I mean, and it was like right there, they would put it right there with you, like, well, you know what, I have such and such right here that you can actually talk to. It's like, yeah.
Perfect. Shout out to Andy, man.
They didn't miss a beat, so it was feeling comfortable. The staff, the hospitality that they gave, the security, because I got to make sure that my baby is okay. I can't just send him somewhere way across the world, and I got a little piece of a doubt. Like I left and got on that plane like, oh, I'm asleep all day tomorrow. I'm not. I was glad. Like I was okay. So
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Second question: what makes the South different from other regions, in your opinion, if it does, for football?
I would say like the South, it is a little different. Like, and I've learned that. And this is just no shade to nobody, but this is just, it is what it is. The fundamental parts of the game and knowing and learning the playbooks in the game, that's not here. Like they want to make sure you're scoring, and they'll show it to you, but the fundamental part is not here. So that's the difference to me. Like that's just another thing with him being over there, my baby learning so much stuff. Like, oh Lord, he's learning so much that we didn't even hear here. Like when I made the post and was like, the coaches need to prepare these boys before they go. Like, start showing them playbooks, start showing them something, prepare them before they leave.
Right.
But I feel like, but on the other side, I have a cousin that play in Oakland, and it seemed like he know the fundamental part more than he know like the other part. So it's like it's a little difference with learning football, I think.
Right.
The way they learn football.
Good.
Because Cameron started playing in the hood, so it was your uncle or your cousin or your brother coaching.
Exactly.
And played like it's totally different. It's totally different.
Momma Kaycee, I have a question for you. That now that you bring up playing in the hood, I personally grew up in the hood myself. Right, I come from Mexican parents, so I grew up in South LA. So that's how my love of USC football kind of began. Can you tell us a little bit more about how Cam fell in love with football, and then if you can share a little bit of experience on that? I know you touched on it briefly earlier, but can you kind of tell us a little bit more about that?
So Cameron, he started playing in Pritchard, Alabama. Funny thing is his team colors is the same colors as his high school. So when I did his signing party, I had his park picture and his school picture, football. But Cameron started playing young, and he wasn't a footballer. Like he wanted to play because all the other kids played, but he didn't want to take a hit. He didn't want to hit nobody. If he hit somebody, he want to pick you up and say I'm sorry. And he wasn't a tough kid, but he loved to play it. So he started playing, I want to say about 8 or 9 in Pritchard, Alabama at the park. And like I said, he got out there and did his thing. I think when he got in middle school, that's when he started wetting his feet real good. And he started figuring out how to use his strength. Because Cameron he's never been the normal size. He always been bigger than the other kids or taller. So once he figured out how to use his strength, he started doing really super good. I mean, oh, I'm on the sideline like, yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
But he started off young and he kept playing. My oldest son, he played from when he was like 6. So both of my boys played football. My youngest was a peanut, and he went all the way until he went off into high school, and then Cameron played. But middle school, I want to say when he started playing for Sylvan Sylvan Middle School, that's when he was like, okay, yeah, I like this.
So what position did he play then?
He was on defense on defensive end. He was
Okay. So he always played
because he's tall. He was always tall and he's quick. He always quick.
No, we saw it.
Yeah,
we saw it.
quick.
That All-American game that he played in, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I think he probably heard me from where I was.
So my mom, whenever I played football, she was the loudest ones in the stands. Are you that are you that mom?
What? Now, if they go that end, I'm on that end. If they're in the middle, I'm in the middle. If like I don't even sit down, I got the pom-pom in my hand. I'm running. What? Yeah, everybody know me. They know Cam Mom. They know I'm
Like you strike me as the mom that can like even call out the play right before you. That's how my mom was. She's like, it's gonna be a run.
Like, why did you just do that? You should have put him on this side of you. Like, I should have been the referee. Like for real. Like for real though. When I was young, I wanted to be the first female referee. So coming up, my dad was a Cowboys fan and my mom was a 49ers and a Saints fan.
Okay.
So I used to want to be a referee. So every Sunday I would be sitting there like how the kids watching cartoons. I wasn't studying cartoons. I was trying to learn the plays because I wanted to be a referee. So you're right. I will call them.
Like, okay, that just brings me back. My mom also wanted to be a referee too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she also wanted to play football too when they had like a women's league back in Colorado. She wanted to play as well.
Yep, me too. They would have called me Icebox because I would have been out there.
a little Giants reference right there. Oh man, hey, don't sleep on women's football, man. Some of the girls can go, man. I coached women's football for a year, man. Yeah. Honestly, I enjoyed coaching women more than I did men, just because they actually listen.
I want to knock somebody out. I do not want to. I want to put me on a helmet and just knock them somebody. Yeah.
See where Cam get it from. Cam got you though. He'll do it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Who are we on? Is that Tyler? Did you go?
Ro, you finish yours off. I'll go last.
The other question that I had was just kind of, you touched on briefly too already on the recruiting. I was just going to ask, as a parent, for you, how was that recruiting process? If you can kind of share some pros and cons from the entire recruiting process.
I would say, like USC come prepared. And even if you're not prepared, they prepared. So ask every single question because they gonna answer it. They're not gonna tell you, wait a minute, because I know you probably heard, wait a minute, because I know I heard it plenty of times. But with USC, they're gonna give you everything. So try to get it all, grab it all. This is the problem with some of us parents. It's hard for us to let our babies go. Like, it's hard to let our babies go, especially if the child is like up under you. But you got to look at where that child can go. You already in there. You at the place. Okay, you see everything around you. So take out of your head, but my baby gonna be way in California and I'm way in Georgia or I'm way in Florida. That's what we gotta take out our head, because that's what I had to do. I had to take that out my head, like my baby finna go a long way. USC is gonna show everything. They're gonna give it to you. So I can literally just say take it all, but ask every question, because they're gonna answer it. They're gonna answer it before you leave. Whatever it is, you're gonna know it. So don't let the distance get it in here anywhere, because if you do that, that'll make you think the wrong way. So just being honest, like I'm so glad I let my baby go there. Like that's hands down, that's the best. So take it all. Take everything that they give you, all the information they give you, booklets they give you, the professors are there. Take it all in. Like whatever the child is majoring, they're gonna be right there.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's no, well, we're gonna drive on the cart and take you to them. No, when you're doing your banquet and they got everybody together, even if your child have an IEP, let me tell you something, y'all better stop being ashamed of a lot of this stuff and get it. Like, get the help. They got tutors if they need to record class, whatever it is, take it in, because it's there.
Yep. That's for sure,
Like,
man.
I didn't even think of that, having the professors there to talk to these.
That and ate breakfast with us, and I had me some bacon and a croissant with some fruit, or egg and stuff. And him and Cameron was just talking. That's what got Cameron. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's what got Cameron.
Really? That
right there. And he talked to the engineer professor, and they were just talking and talking and talking. He got done when Cameron said, I'm good after this, Mom. We don't really have to go nowhere else. Like, we knew that morning. That morning, we already knew he didn't even care to go to the rest of them. That's where he wanted to go, because he had already sat there and talked to him. He was comfortable. He was able to ask questions. Whatever he thought he wouldn't be able to get, that man told him, yes, we're going to make sure you do this, that, and the third. Like, we're going to make sure you understand. We're going to make sure you. Cameron was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that the professor that he FaceTimed with?
The professor was right there with us.
Well, like when he FaceTimes you with his professor, was that the same professor?
No, it was his a business teacher.
Oh, okay.
Lady, yeah, it was his business. He was so happy. So Cameron will go and eat his lunch with his teacher just to, chill out, and he wants to get to know everybody. Cameron is a family-oriented person. His daddy side of the family, they're very family-oriented. So Cameron is all about getting to know you so that he can go to you, if he need anything.
Right. Well, Justin, if you need anything, man, you can hit any one of us up for sure, man. If like I said, it's a lot to know in LA and how to maneuver around the city. I mean, I know you got Buki and Gavin over there to help y'all out with that, but you can always hit up guys like myself, USCJ. We're always willing to help.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what you got, Tyler.
Yeah, so there was some defensive staff turnover since Cam committed to until now. Did that have any sort of? I mean, it seems like that. The biggest thing was his, commitment to engineering and his degree and stuff like that. But did that give you guys any hesitation? Did you guys think about going anywhere else, or what's it been like with the new staff?
So this is where Mama come in there, okay? Because so real at that point in time. When I tell you it got real, it got real. Because to remind you, we had lost the defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he on defense, right? So who gonna coordinate him, right? So now all kind of schools is in his ear. Now they not coming to me. They not coming to me. They going at him. Now he a child. He a child. What you talking to him for? He ain't gonna make no decision without me. So all that trying to get into his head, see, a lot of that was going on. But see, that's why I had to step in. And I said, okay, we're gonna stay down with this process, Kameryn, because Bell to come, and I'm telling you, we went to this school and it was the best, hands down. If they flipping stuff over, it got to be something super hard coming into play. Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Now when Grinch was gone, I didn't care. I somebody else. Because I didn't been in front of the TV 100 million times with him calling plays and losing my mind. So I understood that. I ain't funny, but I was like, okay. So that's why I told Kameryn, hold on, Kameryn. Hold on. I'm telling you, it's somebody coming in because somebody need to come in because I was about to lose my mind. So when they got Coach Lynn, now I do my homework. Okay. I did my homework. And I looked him up and I was like, shit. Like,
You did more homework than these national media guys, man.
who mad? We mad? So I wasn't tripping that, but I'm gonna tell y'all what hurt me. And I cried. My baby cried.
Yeah.
This hurt us when when Coach Manning, that we wasn't, and that's where we both had to practice our loyalty.
Oh.
And we had to practice our patience. We had to practice everything we had in us. So when I was on my way to, I think, the 49ers and the Jaguars game, I was taking my mom and I got called. I mean, I couldn't even drive, like my hands sliding and it's sweating. And I'm like, no, like, because they had just came to my house, they did a home visit. And I didn't cook, like I done threw down, I did some smothered gravy chicken and beans and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, like, how? And remind you, Roy is who recruited Kameryn.
Yeah.
So you build relationships and you build bonds with people.
Yeah.
But then we had to just sit back and think about, but that degree, Kameryn, like, what? Ain't no need of us going nowhere because the fact of the matter still is the same truth about the school. It's still the same. Like, so we had to come out of our feelings, like, because I cried. Like, I'm for real, I cried because now I'm like, oh Lord, the main one I trusted with my baby, he ain't even gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it was rough. But
I remember your tweets about it too when it happened.
Oh yeah, it was rough. I'm telling you, we both cried. My baby nose was stopped up, like we was not well with that. But we had to trust the process, and baby.
I have a question on top of that. On top of his question about the defensive staff, did Lincoln Riley talk to you guys and just like kind of reassure you that things that something big was coming down the line when it came to Coach Henny and all that stuff?
Yeah, he called me. He called me, and he was like, I don't think that process was easy for nobody.
Yeah.
And so when I hear it in his voice, I know you have to make a decision that's for what's best and not with emotions and feelings. You got to make decisions for what's best. And one thing about it, Lincoln love them boys. Like, he going to do what he got to do for them boys. And he definitely, he was like, it's going to get better. I think they kind of seen the issues with the defense last year and the coordinator. And they knew they needed to get together. So I trusted him. I did, because he definitely made some good points, and I knew, I was like, okay, And I told Cameron, I said, Lincoln kept his word with everything else. And he real. Like, he real. He don't try to buy you in. He give you facts. He give you real knowledge. He give you what's really for real. Everybody else, man, I'm telling you, that recruit process was the worst I ever been through in my life. Because it's just like a lot will try to just buy you. And it's like, I've been broke a long time, but I ain't gonna sell myself to lessen what my baby need. When
Say that again. I mean, you see so much of that. The parents
it's
doing
trust. I'm telling you, they do it. If I would have been a weak-minded person and would have thought about ching, we would have been good. But
Then what happens after football?
that's
Right.
what
Yeah, Momma
that's
Kaycee, that was my next question for you. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like with NIL? Because when you guys were getting recruited, NIL was a little different at USC than it was from a lot of these different places. So, like, just tell us, like, are people cutting checks and just saying that this is how much we want Cam to come play for us? Like, tell us a little bit more about that.
now y'all now. Woo! I might rough.
It's a loaded one.
That's a hard-hitting
Tyler,
question there, Tyler.
You said it's gonna be easy, Tyler.
Woo!
I know.
Let me.
We know Momma Kaycee's gonna share. So
You know she's gonna get it real.
And they know how I feel. So what I'm finna say, they already know it. But yeah, what I ain't never heard of so much wire transfers and all this craziness in my life. Do you get? I have never, and I was like, and every time they say that, I'm like, so your school suck, right? Like, your school suck. And so the coach is like, what you mean it suck? And I'm like, because you're trying to pay me. You ain't even told me nothing about the school or nothing. You just off the rip was like, yeah, I know you want this. Gonna get him this kind of car. We're gonna send you the money and you pay for it through the insurance. And you, man, get out my face. I don't want to. I'm not, baby. Tell you something. I'm gonna let my struggle be our testimony. I would not sell myself for nobody. When I tell you so many checks was trying to get cut through and under the table, and oh my Lord, yeah. No, one thing that USC stuck out was like they laid down the rankings. I got so many notes and screenshots and stuff I didn't look up myself. It was like they not lying. Like, I know for a fact a USC degree is gonna be so much better than these little couple $100,000 that they finna give us right now. But what we gonna get later on? And we don't have no degree. So we just did a broke move. We just sat there and took that little money and let y'all play us into going to this little school that sucked because y'all had to pay us to go there. But nothing to happen.
Right.
No, sir. Wrong mama. Good, but wrong mama.
Momma Kaycee, what's the highest amount of money that somebody offered Cam to go to school there?
So, okay, how about this? Let me just say, okay, so this was the offer. Like, I would get $225,000 in my account. He would get, I think it was like $250,000 in an account. Then this car that he liked, and then a trip out the country with me and 4 of my friends. It was crazy. Like,
They say y'all vacation packages and everything.
man, they were like, I'm telling you, we can do it. My friend, they got such little plugs at the passport. I can hurry up and get the emergency. Like, y'all want that bad?
Can I ask what region or what conference was the school in? Can I ask that?
It was by us.
It was what?
It was by me. It was by us.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We kind of get the gist on that one then.
Yeah.
It was so
But kind of like you said, Momma Kaycee. Yeah, it's something that's gonna run out right away. Like,
it's gonna run out right away.
If millions run out right away, imagine if a couple of thousand. It's gonna run out that same year, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope a lot of parents get to see this and realize the mistakes that they're making by taking that, even if it's 500, 600,000, whatever it is. Like
And,
you said, that degree is
and
worth a lot more.
we didn't been offered like the highest was like 400 something. And that made me scared because I'm like, I ain't finna go to jail because I felt like that was like oh.
All right, so real quick, so I think we've gone through all of our questions here.
Hold
We
on,
got
buddy.
some questions from the
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on.
Well, hold on. You
Hold on.
gotta let B Jones go.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
do me like
Okay,
that,
B.
bro.
Jones, sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
you trying to roll me, man. That's no. All right, so it pretty much goes into a little bit of what you said earlier. So I remember a couple of years ago, there's a recruit that we were recruiting from the South, and he was told that USC is not even in LA, right? So we got guys that be hearing all kind of crazy crap, from, with a negative recruiting SC. So can you go into detail some of the things that you may have heard as far as negative recruiting SC?
I was told that my baby was not, and this came from when I was arguing with the coach about the money, and he said they don't care nothing about Kameryn over there anyway. Kameryn ain't even gonna learn nothing over there anyway. And I'm like, what? I never even heard of y'all team. So how is he not gonna learn from a big school that's really good? So I heard that, and then I heard that it's in the ghetto and it's hood and it's a lot of shooting. And remind you, I walk around, I ride the scooter, I have my phone like, hey. Outside all the time, and all of that is a lot. It's not in a bad area. I don't everywhere in the world have a bad area. Like,
right.
It's life, it's the world. But the let me see. They say a lot of homeless people be on the campus. I ain't seen one on the campus. I've seen a lot, but I ain't seen one on the campus, literally. But the learning part, that's what I was told. That's what really bothered me. And that kind of has, because it came from two schools where they were like, he's not gonna learn nothing there for real, and they don't get drafted for real. And I'm like,
okay, check the numbers.
Looking now, I'm like, well, I'm proud of the boys that did get drafted, but they were definitely like, he's not gonna make it there.
Yeah, and the funny part is that Momma Kaycee, if you look at the numbers, you would see it's at the very top in terms of getting drafted. So it's like, so you're feeding her wrong information.
Wrong information. That's why us parents, we have to look stuff up ourselves, and then you just gotta ask. Like, you have to ask. That's why they love me, honey. I text them. I know we hours apart, but if it just hit my head and let me text Brittany. Or let me text Annie. Let me text Morgan. I got everybody number. I text everybody. Coach Lynn, Henny, everybody. I don't care. I'm gonna and one thing about it, they're gonna respond right then.
That's good, man. That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's great to hear that the entire staff, from recruiting staff to coaching, are all available for the parents. So that's awesome.
It don't stop at recruiting. Like, just because they're doing all that, it don't stop. It do not stop. They still are. They still with you. When Kameryn started, they were still with him. Kameryn would go over there and talk with Annie and Liz. Like, it still go.
All right. So I'm gonna save my last question to the end of the show. Yeah, but we're gonna get into some viewer questions that they left in the chat for you.
All right, so let's go with this one here. Richard L. How does Cam feel about your popularity amongst the Trojan community?
He love it. He love y'all. He love
it. He's not active on Twitter at all.
He know me. Kameryn is quiet, baby. Let me tell you something. The coaches probably just heard all of what Kameryn is vocal on the field.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, when he touched the field, he's like, you might hear a bad word, who knows, but he's vocal on the field. When it comes down to like home, he'll either be like with his girlfriend or he's in a room, he's playing this game. He's real quiet. I'm talking about super quiet.
Okay.
So that was another reason why it was easy to let him go too, because Kameryn is overall for real, he's a really good kid. He never been suspended. He never been in a fight. He never got him. Like, he don't do nothing. Like, you know what he doing? He say, "Oh, I'm just living life." That's his favorite saying. He just chill. He just so chill.
It's good, man. You're gonna fit right in.
Oh yeah, him and them boys is like brothers. Like I'm so glad he there.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about right there.
So this was kind of, you've already kind of answered this here, but was it hard for Cam to stay committed given the defensive performance last year, or did you trust Lincoln Riley to make the decision needed to improve?
Oh yeah, it was well, okay, that's a good question. It was hard at first, but then I think Cam was just so stuck on that engineering program because he really wanted to be an engineer.
That's awesome.
That's what really like stuck with him. Like, he loved to play football, but he really have an opportunity to get a really good degree. So, and then he, like I said, he loved it over there. He loved it. So it was more of the other school and the coaches digging into his head, but elsewhere I just had to keep coming in like, you know, like, you know, it's a lot that us parents really have to do in that situation. And for us single moms, that ain't man, it's not easy. It's not easy because we don't have dad to go on these visits and tell me what this person's saying, or I don't have dad to be at the football. It's always me, and me. And then we don't even have a cousin in Atlanta. We don't have nobody here. I took a chance for real and came up here so my baby can really do what he need to do. Because where we wasn't gonna be it. And I'm so glad. That's why I say, parents, we gotta come up out them feelings, baby, and let them go.
That's awesome. That's awesome here. So one other question here from TAFAF. Which games do you plan on making it to this season?
Every last one. I don't care if it's raining. I got ponchos. I have never, asked Cameron, I have never missed a game. I don't care if it's 2 hours. I'm just going to drive 2 hours. Okay.
That's awesome.
I don't miss games.
You going to the road games too, Momma Kaycee?
Every last one, baby.
Love it.
I don't.
Well, I know you're gonna be in Vegas. That's for sure.
Oh,
We
me? Who?
definitely gotta link up, man. We all gotta link up in Vegas.
Yeah, I got my tickets. I'm flying from Minnesota to Vegas. I'm ready for that.
Man, I'm gonna have bells on my feet. Do you hear me?
Well, then, actually, since coming to that here, are we going to see you on the sidelines cheering?
Just to show us they let me down there. Y'all don't see, baby. I keep my phones with me.
You'll be right there with the song girls.
I know. I can see her with the song girls. That would be awesome.
Well, as show as I can get there, I sure will.
All right. I think that's it for the comment section for right now, unless they want to talk about some other questions here. But B. Jones,
we had one at the top from Ken.
Ken's first question.
Momma
Hold on.
Kaycee,
I think that's my last question.
yeah.
My bad. I didn't know.
one.
So I'm about to get into it. Momma Kaycee, go ahead and give parents watching, the other parents that may be considering that seat, go ahead and give them your best recruiting pitch.
Okay, now this for real. Cry, but it's for real. Nobody know your story. Nobody know where you came from. Nobody know what you've been through. But when I tell you, stick with your heart and stick with learning the best, stick with asking questions like going to USC, I promise you, it would change you. It would change your child. It's different environments. We from different places, so it's different environments. When I tell you, His uncles, they fun. His brothers, they good. His cousins, that's on the offense, because the offense, that's his cousins. They good. The nutrition, you don't have to worry about a food bill no more. Like your baby gonna eat all day. Just let the worrying go. Like, let the worrying go. And come on and let them kids fight on. We've been fighting all our life. Like like the movie say, I had to fight all my life. We didn't have to fight our life, baby. Now let them come on and fight on. I'm quite sure you can pull up a picture from 1998. Well, no, I'm gonna take that back. You can pull up a picture from 2010 where y'all doing like this, because it was already in you. Like, it was already in you. If you look at any pictures that me and Cameron had, and I'm gonna post this picture on Instagram. I think Cameron was probably 6 or 7, and we was like this. Every picture that we've had always been like this, and so we fought all the way till we fought right on to fight on. And so I say, just stick it out. Like, stick it out. Stick it out. Just let them babies go where they need to be. Let them boys grow up to be some men. They got some hard-hitting coaches. Like, you got a whole coach that was NFL Defense Coach of the Year. It's only 1 year, and it's only one way you can be that coach. So it's that one person. It's our coach. You can't go no better than that. Then you got Coach Lynn. Then you got Lincoln Riley. Make it make sense to me on why you would go somewhere else.
Right.
So, yeah, y'all gotta come on. Like, bring my nephews. I be cooking too. I be cooking.
Hey, there you go. So they're gonna be they gonna eat, man. Believe
They
that.
gonna eat. We like over here. So yeah, let my nephews come on over here. All the recruits. I met a couple of them. The one out of New Orleans. Oh, my big baby right there. My nephew. He really good. But y'all let my nephews come on over here with us. We definitely waiting on them.
Right.
Hey, Momma Kaycee, we've seen it a few times in the chat here, and we gotta give you your chance for your own recruiting pitch, because we all want Annie to hire you. So if you got to be in charge of recruiting in the South, and doing, being part of Annie's team, would you do it?
What, baby? I got luggages that's got. I will pack up and go. Yes, I will. I definitely will. Like, Annie is like my sister that's all the way over there. She all the way over there. That's my sister. And Annie do that with her heart, and she love them kids. Like, she really love them kids, and she really want to make sure they get everything. In them 3-4 days that you there, she gonna make sure that you get everything from that school. So I would be out there with my tennis shoes on, running around just to show. Yes, I definitely will. They're my nephews. And them boys love me to death. I didn't even know it. Like, they love me to death. Like, hey, TT. I'm like, what's up, nephew? Like,
Yeah, man, you just give off that energy, man.
I'm actually thinking about moving out there, though.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I am so heavy into it. Like, I found myself super heavy into it, and so yeah, I'm thinking about moving down that way.
Okay.
Hey,
So
we would love to have you.
Yeah,
you would fit well in California.
they know that they bring me on. I'm going after all my southern boys. They know I'm coming down to the country. You hear me?
Quick shout out to Supermax for the $20 donation. Thank you, Supermax. Yeah, man, we definitely having a good time with you here, Mom.
Yeah, and Momma Kaycee, as you can see, the Trojan family community, we love you, what you do for us, and it would be great to see you in the staff.
She dropped out. She'll be back.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys know, the draft took place.
Oh, there she is.
Know what I did? I was like, oh Lord, what I did?
Yeah.
No, but Momma Kaycee, I was just saying that, the Trojan family community here, we love you. We appreciate all you do for us, and it'll be great to see you in the staff if it'll happen in the future. If not, we still love you, and we'll be rooting heavily for Cam.
Oh,
Kind of B Jones had mentioned it right now, alluding it to the draft. So it'll be great to see you in 3-4 years up there and on the screen.
Absolutely.
These prayer fingers are glued together because we definitely praying on that.
Yeah, you definitely got the potential, man.
He worked hard. He went through a lot. So I think that would be just his highlight for himself, not for us, me, nobody. But I didn't touch on this, but Kameryn lost about 4 people back to back. That was real close.
Oh.
He lost his best friend. He was like 14. Then he lost his cousin. He had a seizure. He drowned. The day we were at USC, he just had left the funeral and we flew out to California. The day we got there, his other cousin, which was the brother, he passed away.
Mm.
And then in October, his aunt passed away. So I'm so glad that I let Kameryn go there to USC, because when I tell you, they have comforted him. When he lost people, they send cars. They when I say it goes so far beyond the school, like they showed they cared. Some of these cars, I think, is when some of the passing went, and we put them up on the wall because it means a lot. So it's like I said, it's just a big old family over there. He been through a lot, so I'm praying that draft call him one day.
Oh, they will.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a great moment for y'all.
Oh yeah, honey, you gonna see me just.
Do
I'm
you
just
think?
gonna fall
Okay.
on the floor.
Do you think Cam would want to be in New York or wherever they're holding the draft, or do you think he'd want to be at home?
Okay, so he loved the Patriots for whatever reason.
He loves the Patriots.
For what he's a Tom Brady.
Okay.
So I don't know how that would go, but of course, I'm looking for the 49ers. I don't. That's what I be asking God, like, God, please get it to the 49ers. Like, yeah. But I think Kameryn, I think he'll just be blessed and happy.
Right. All right. And if there's no more questions I can see, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, Mom.
All
We
right.
definitely enjoyed having you and definitely appreciate it. We know you don't do this for everybody.
This has been my favorite episode. So
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have you back on during the season, Momma Kaycee.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
We'll probably do a stream while we're out there too. Maybe we'll do an in-person interview.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Then y'all really see I be lit for real.
Actually,
I'll already know.
I have one question before we let her go. I know you mentioned you were going to have some merchandise up there in Vegas.
Yes.
If you want to talk a little bit about that as well before we wrap it up here today.
Yes, I got some jerseys, some
jerseys now.
Yeah, I dug deep into this research I'm doing, but I have some jerseys for Cam. I have some more hoodies. I have a couple of blazers. I have some bucket hats. I have some fitted caps. I have cups, socks. I have a lot of stuff.
I need to get a blazer from you to wear at the first game. So I'll put an order in.
I want all y'all to just send me y'all size.
Okay.
I got something for y'all.
All right.
Momma Kaycee and the people in the chat or whatnot on Twitter, how can we put pre-orders or anything like that for you?
So I'm actually doing my website. I wanted to get the business aspect part in. So I wanted to make sure everything was trademarked and my license was good. So I just got my trademark information this week. So my website should be done. I want to say like within a couple of weeks, because I got my uncle doing it. He's like a computer junkie. So he's doing it, and then we actually are already making some of the stuff so I can put up. So I already have like thermals. I'm doing swimsuits for women. I'm doing some sundresses for women. It's a lot of stuff.
Well, everyone, if you want to keep up with Momma Kaycee, her Twitter's right underneath her name, so definitely give her a follow. Like she's always repping Trojans every day on Twitter.
Day.
Like Like
Yeah.
every time I open up Twitter, I just see her tweets out there, and it's great. I like every tweet, so
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing it until whenever they take phones, and I don't think they take phones, so I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I definitely appreciate you all bringing me up.
Man,
yeah, of course,
Showing Cameron
thank you.
like what
anytime.
that mean a lot to us. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Like for
course.
real, I really do.
Definitely.
No, we appreciate you. And before we let you go, Momma Kaycee, is there anything you want to say?
Congrats to all our boys that got drafted. Of course, we are like super crazy proud of y'all. And then we're waiting on the rest of our nephews to come over. We're waiting on Juju. We're waiting on everybody to come over. So y'all stay positive with the guys. And if you're gonna be fans, be fans. Don't be doing all that crazy stuff and tweeting all that crazy stuff and downing them and going crazy, because I'm gonna be right on the post
Right.
saying something to you. So if you're gonna be fans, y'all be fans. Don't down them boys, because they already be up from 4:00 in the morning working out, trying to do the best they can. And the second they do one thing wrong, y'all like down the deepest throat ever. Like, just chill. Let's just chill, because y'all do camera like that. I'm talking about we going to a marathon.
That's a PSA.
That's
Right.
a PSA.
Right.
Public service announcement. Keep it cute.
Right. PSA.
Leave our boys alone.
Super.
All right, man. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. Anybody else got anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Not at this time, no.
All right. Well, in that
Can't wait to
case,
see. Can't wait to see Cam get his first sack and
yeah.
hear you in
Exactly.
the background
Yes.
on all over the whole entire broadcast. You're gonna hear it all over the
Cartwheeling
stands.
down them stairs, wherever I'm at after that sack. Don't say a word.
we gotta grab you before you get us a penalty.
The first penalty from a fan.
Yeah,
Right.
tell you. That's when Cameron gonna tell me, "Mom, sit down."
Right. What number is this, man?
Man.
All right. So that's gonna do it for us, man. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna let you go.
Okay.
Nothing more to be said, but fight on.
All right, fight on,
Right
guys.
on.
Right on, Momma Kaycee.
All right.